When a name How to Train Your Dragon comes up, we're not just talking about an animation. We're talking about memories. We're talking about growing up. We're talking about a story that still lives in our hearts after all these years. And now, this story is coming back. But not as another animation. This time, it's live action. So if you, like me, grew up with this world and those characters, stay with me, because we're about to dive deep into everything we know about the live action How to Train Your Dragon movie.
Hey everyone! Welcome to the Stars of the World, where we bring you the best stories and cinematic breakdowns. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button.
The live-action version of How to Train Your Dragon will retell the story of the first animation. The tale of a young Viking boy named Hiccup who lives in a world where dragons are feared, hunted, and seen as enemies. But everything changes when Hiccup meets a dragon. Not just any dragon, but a night fury. And instead of killing it, he secretly heals it and befriends it. The bond between Hiccup and Toothless becomes the heart of the story. A boy and a dragon, two creatures that were never supposed to be friends, changed the fate of their entire world. This new version is expected to stay faithful to the core story of the original. A boy who doesn't fit in, a dragon who changes everything, a village stuck in its old ways, and a connection so powerful it makes you believe in friendship, trust, and flying. But don't think it's just a copy of the animation. With live action and CGI dragons, emotions will feel deeper, the drama will hit harder, and the flight scenes, they could be breathtaking.
Maybe they're not as bad as we think they are.
In case you forgot, our parents' war is about to become ours.
The person behind this live-action remake is Dean Dubois, the very same person who directed and wrote the original animated trilogy. That alone is a huge reason to be hopeful. When the original creator is on board, you can expect respect for the soul of the story. He's not just directing, he's also writing and producing the film. The project is backed by Universal Pictures and DreamWorks Animation and produced by Mark Platt, whose resume includes La La Land and Bridge of Spies. It's a big production, and for DreamWorks, it's a major move into the world of live-action adaptations. Now, let's talk about the cast bringing this live-action adventure to life. Mason Thames stars as Hiccup Horrendous Haddock III, a teenage Viking boy torn between living up to his father's expectations and following his heart. After bonding with a dragon, everything changes. Thames, who grew up watching the original trilogy, said Hiccup became a part of him, even offset. "He hasn't really left me yet, and I don't really want him to," he said after filming Wrapped. Nico Parker plays Astrid, a strong, fearless Viking warrior who eventually becomes Hiccup's love interest. She teased that fans can expect an unforgettable first flight scene between her and Hiccup and promised that everything is being done with real love and care. Gerard Butler returns as Stoick the Vast, Hiccup's father and the chief of the hairy hooligan tribe. A tough leader, Stoick is deeply committed to protecting his people while struggling to accept his son's unusual bond with dragons. Butler shared that his massive 90-pound costume made filming in Northern Ireland's freezing winter feel like working inside a furnace.
Nick Frost takes on the role of Gobber the Belch, Stoick's longtime friend and the blacksmith who trains the kids in dragon fighting. After the trailer dropped, Frost shared his excitement online, saying, "You're going to love it." Julian Dennison joins as Fishlegs Ingerman, Hiccup's loyal, dragon-loving best friend with a heart of gold and encyclopedic knowledge about dragons. He brings both humor and heart to the team. Gabriel Howell plays Snotlout Jorgensen, an overconfident and arrogant Viking who often challenges Hiccup, but when the stakes are high, his loyalty shines through. He's best known for his role as Elias in Netflix's Bodies. Bronwyn James portrays Roughnut Thorsten, a wild and unpredictable Viking girl who's always getting into trouble. She's training alongside Hiccup and brings energy and chaos to every scene. Harry Trevelyan stars as Toughnut Thorsten, Roughnut's equally chaotic twin brother. He shared fun behind-the-scenes moments on Instagram and said, "Consider this dragon trained in love." And finally, Ruth Codd plays Phlegma the Fierce, a botanist and wise villager in Burke. Codd, who started out on TikTok, has been making waves in horror series lately, and now brings her talents to this magical world. If you've made it this far and you're enjoying the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out and keeps the content coming.
Let me be honest with you. I don't even know how many times I've watched How to Train Your Dragon. As a kid, I was obsessed with it. I'd rewatch the scenes where Hiccup rides Toothless for the first time. I'd cry at the ending of the third film. And I know I'm not the only one. For many of us, this wasn't just a cartoon. It was a part of growing up. We laughed with the characters, we cried with them, and we grew up alongside them. That's why the live-action version matters so much. Because it's not just a remake. It's a return. The original trilogy, from the first movie in 2010 to the emotional farewell in 2019, created a complete, powerful story. The kind of story that doesn't fade. And now we're going back. But this time, in a way we've never seen before. The world of Burke, the bond between dragons and humans, the emotional growth of Hiccup. These are themes that don't get old. And if the new movie can capture even a part of that magic, it's going to be something truly special. So when is the movie coming out? How to Train Your Dragon is set to release on June 13th, 2025. It will be distributed by Universal Pictures, and as we mentioned earlier, it's produced by DreamWorks. This is the studio's first time turning one of its big animations into a live-action film. That means the pressure is high, but so is the excitement. According to some reports, the movie will stay close to the first film, but with a slightly more serious and grounded tone. Think of it as the Lion King remake, but with a more emotional core. There are also rumors that the film might introduce new scenes or story elements taken from the original books by Cressida Cowell. That could mean more dragon species, new characters, or even deeper Viking lore. And of course, fans are wondering, will the ending be exactly the same? Or will the live-action version offer a twist? Could we see a setup for future sequels? Nothing's confirmed, but the possibilities are exciting. In the end, How to Train Your Dragon isn't just a story. It's a feeling, a memory, a piece of childhood for millions around the world. And now, that feeling is returning in a new form for a new generation, and for those of us who still carry that dragon in our hearts. I, for one, can't wait. And I'll be right there in the theater on June 13th, ready to fly once again. What about you? Are you excited for this live-action remake? Do you think it will capture the same magic? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss the next video. See you in the skies.